How are you doing? I'm Martin from Gardens for Life and Birdland Homestead. In this video I'm just going to show you our newest addition. This is a no-dig garden comprised of 2 compost piles. I made this garden in summer this year. I think it was actually early summer, probably June. I think we started actually planting it up a little bit late. But take a look at that. It was kind of done a little bit in a rush. Mainly I just used some of that compost here. And I just dragged it out and planted straight into it, and I put some cardboard underneath first. This pile here, I also just had it dumped in the middle. You can see it here now. And basically I just put cardboard all around, and then I just dragged it out onto the cardboard. Look at what it looks like now after I've harvested all of the yacons. There are still a few tubers here. But this ground here now is full of worms, and it was all mushroom compost only about less than a year ago. There's still some Jerusalem artichokes here. Look at that, what's that? Oh, a yacon. Sure, I might as well eat that today. So perennial kales and tubers is usually what I throw into any no-dig garden in the beginning. And garlic here and there. There's some elephant garlic here. So early summer 2025. And some flaming willow. And perennial borage I see there. I do like to throw in the odd trees as well. And the Japanese wineberry. One of my favorite plants. Is probably the best berry you can grow flavor wise in the cold temperate climate. Let me know in the comments below if you can think of a better berry or better flavour berry that you can grow in a northern climate. Maybe golden raspberries, but I think still the Japanese wineberry is probably even better. What's your favourite berry in the garden?
Blackcurrant.
Oh, blackcurrant, really. Look who just arrived at the triangle. What do you think about the new microphones? These ones.
Pretty good, actually.
So great to have wireless microphones. Now we can walk around like all these other YouTubers holding a wireless microphone just like that. Well, actually it's just handy because I can put the camera on a tripod now. I always used to hold it. A long time ago I used to make videos without this kind of setup where I just walk around and make videos of the garden. And we didn't have dogs back then actually. I guess the videos have become more entertaining with the dogs around. What do you think? Hang on. Come here. Come here. Ah, see. No, that's not a mouse. Good man. All right. Dismissed. Can you record a few funny dog videos?
Okay. Come on. Sit. 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 Levi. Levi. You good boy. Good dog.
Oh, the dog is hard at it. Nina, come here. Here. Come. Come here. All right. Okay. She's patrolling. I planted a few Jerusalem artichokes over here as well. I just stuck them in the ground into fairly fresh mushroom compost. This pile over here actually was only about a month and a half old when I started planting, and that was a little bit too soon. Some stuff, even the yacons actually, kind of, they looked a bit funny when they were grown, so I'd say too much acidity. I have wood chips on the path here, which mostly does the job, although it is a kind of a soggy spot. Sun is just going down. Hopefully it's bright enough out here for you to see. But all this is just Taunton kale because I didn't have enough of it. I just started some more earlier on this year As you can see, we're doing okay now. So I'm going to be just harvesting the wood from these. So just that would make a cutting. If you do about that length, and that'll grow a new plant in 1 year. I have all these pots here in case I want to pot up a plant like a fig or a berry bush or something like that. And I just use this compost here. So I just keep the compost in the middle here. Any runoff, like from the rain, nutrients will be washed away and eaten up by all these other plants around. So the fertility of that compost pile never turns into weeds because there is no weeds. We're surrounded by cultivated plants, and that means all of our fertility goes into something that we can use. I did a little group of flaming willow cuttings here. It's going to be interesting to see if that'll work. Hang on a second now, just tractor. I don't mind it, but you know, some of you probably don't want to hear the tractor's motor going by, as they'd say in Roscommon. So this is the raised bed from Vivor. That is the 8x4 and 2 foot tall. And you can see here the perennial kale has really taken off. I mean, it is huge. Check that out, look. It's a massive plant. I'm going to get a ton of cuttings out of it, and I'm going to cut them all back, and then they're going to shoot out from the middle again. I have a few bits of garlic in here, and comfrey and hops, and some apios, which is a bit of an experiment. Trying to grow apios outdoors. Have any of you ever done it successfully, or productively, I should say? I don't think I found mine afterwards. They didn't grow much. One mother tuber should probably indoors can produce 5 to 10 baby tubers. And for anyone that doesn't know apios, it's the ground nut. It's a lovely vegetable to eat. I'll put a video of it actually at the end of this one, so you can take a look at it. But look, I mean, the raised bed would be perfect for growing strawberries because you can have them overhanging. See all these old leaves on these kale plants. People are often worried about them and getting rid of them. I just leave them until they fall off all by themselves, because the coloration is just the plant taking its nutrients back from the leaf. And I guess it's getting rid of the chlorophyll, and you're probably even using it elsewhere. But yes, the Vivor garden bed. It was sponsored, and I was very happy to try it. And this was actually my first raised bed that I ever had. It's hard to believe it, but I never had a raised bed in my life. Probably did about 10 or 15 years of gardening and never had a raised bed. What's that all about? I had an allotment plot in Athlone. For those of you from Ireland probably know where Athlone is. For everybody else, it's right in the middle of Ireland. Anyway, the allotment plot was sort of raised beds, but without the wood on the sides. A lot of work trying to get rid of all the weeds the conventional way. Definitely didn't know about no dig back then, but I'm actually going to make a separate video on the allotment plot. If you want to see it, keep an eye out. So all in all, I'm very happy with this garden, and it's been very productive. I probably got about 25 yacon crowns out of it, and a bunch of other cuttings and wood and whatnot. I planted a few elder trees here, a whole row of them here, and look at this kami willow, still has the leaves on. It's not amazing, and they grew so quickly, and they're so tropical looking. This is the mucky pat. I just couldn't break through the clay pan underneath. The puddle just keeps coming back. I think I just need to dig deeper and put in some stones or something for the drainage. This is an older garden, some comfrey. These 3 comfrey plants here will actually take up all of this space once they grow, like in the summertime. So you can grow it fairly densely just to block the weeds. Especially by midsummer, we like to have no space for the weeds in our gardens. That helps a lot to keep it all low maintenance. This is the Daubenton kale. Over here we got a patch of Olympic mullein, and check this out. In the summertime it was so pretty. It was all yellow flowers. Before I let you go, I'm just going to show you something that I'm really excited about. New birdland varieties of currants, and I don't know what these are. They're probably black currant. That's the most common one around here anyway, especially when they're self-seeded. We're hoping to get some new varieties of red currants as well. Take a look at these. These are actually black currants or currants that the birds planted here. They grew just from the berries. Well, how are you doing? Levi, do you want to be in the video? That was a good boy. How is the hunting going? Oh, he doesn't do much of that. You're more laid back. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll put a link for the raised bed video at the end of this video. If you're getting anything off Vivor, just use our discount code Birdland for 5% off. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time. Hopefully these quick videos suit you well. Sun is going down. Let's get started packing some of your winter selection orders. See you the next time. Bye bye. How do you think these currants were planted? How did the seeds land here?
The birds sat up there, and then they eaten the other berries off like other ones of those, like somewhere over there, and then they poop.
Yep. That's definitely downwind from the tree. But look at that, it's amazing. It's like a little hedge of currants. And we're going to get a whole bunch of new varieties now. That's really exciting. Probably all black currant. But you know what? Black currants are great too. Look how lush it is now. The yacon and the oca and the comfrey are growing. We'll take another look at this garden in a minute. There's a pumpkin plant. Look at this. So this is where the compost pile was, and we basically moved some of it down that way and some of it by wheelbarrow. So I actually worked on it last night as well. It started lashing raining every hour, but I got this little garden done anyway, and all of the stepping stones. And I made the paths grand and wide as well, just to make sure the dogs have plenty of room to run